express gratitude to each and every one of you for coming to this beautiful site here at the Dirt Church in Park City. There's so many of you who have traveled from near and far to be here in support of Jack and Isabel. It means so much. Now the reason we're all here, Jack and Isabel. If everything goes to plan, they'll be getting married today. Islamic weddings lean into sentimentality and symbolism, or delve into a discussion of how somebody perfectly complements somebody else. But we're not going to do that today. There's no cosmic symmetry at the heart of a successful relationship. There's nothing about the rings they'll wear that will suddenly change their commitment to one another. And let's be honest, I think most of us who know these two probably figure those types of illusions aren't particularly apt representations of their personality anyways. We're going to talk about something else. The thing at the heart of this relationship that makes me love Jack and Isabel. It's honesty. It's what I find so admirable about the two of them and the way they treat each other. Honesty may sound like a simple prerequisite to arrive at the moment where dozens of people from all over converge on a mountaintop in your honor, but it's not a given. It takes perpetual commitment to understanding and support, where each person respects their whole self, the whole of their partner, and what it means to be together. We'll come back to honesty in a minute, but let's not get too carried away just yet. We still have quite every anecdote about how they ended up here, why it's relevant. So there are times when these two just pass off some illusory images of perfection. You know, like when Jack and Isabel are so vegan, they're mountain biking for a month on Vancouver Island, they're skiing in Chamonix, bikepacking in Alaska, getting engaged on top of an iconic peak just over that ridge there. But their life isn't all just fit people doing fun things in cool places with cute dogs. There's work that goes on behind the scenes. So a few years back, Love on the Rocks, two youngsters on the precipice of commitment, letting their anxieties erode the possibilities of a future together. And then something wonderful happened. Jack got hit by a Porsche Cayenne. I know what you're all thinking. You're not a real pastor. How did you get this job? There's no way that Jack bringing it back is a good thing. Well, after I picked Jack